Hi everyone, my name is Kartik and my channel is about mental models. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you are, then please like and share with everyone you know. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the mental model called Parkinson's law. In this day and age, productivity isn't just a buzzword. It's a necessity. When you're juggling multiple things, efficient use of time is critical, and this is where Parkinson law comes in. Parkinson law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So, in other words, the more time you allot to a task, that's sort of like the time taken, the longer it will actually take you to complete that task. And that's what Parkinson law is. So why might this be? So why is that? There are a few reasons. Number one is procrastination. So laziness. And so that is a reason why this could happen, is because if you set more time, you might be a little bit slow to get started, or you might delay the start, or you might just while away the time before you kick into gear and get things progressing. And so procrastination is a reason why work expands to fill the time you allot it. Number two, I'm going to call this over-analyze. So, overcomplicating tasks, adding unnecessary steps, and over-analysing leads to filling up the time you allot for it. So you could do it quicker if you didn't overcomplicate something, but because that's what you tend to do, work expands to fill the time. And finally, stress, burnout. Because you're so stressed, work naturally takes you the time you allot to do it, or you're sort of burning out and you are not as productive, you're not as efficient, and therefore what job you could do or what task you could do quicker still takes you the allotted time, if that is a long amount of time. Now, I've picked out these reasons, but there may be others as well as to why this may be. So please feel free to add other reasons that you can think of in the comments below. Now, all of this sounds well and good, but the important thing is the strategies we have to overcome this inefficiency. The obvious one, so what are they? The obvious one, so call it strategies. The obvious one is set shorter deadlines. Nice and easy. So don't do this, do that. So don't do that, do this. Now, as I said, this is obvious, but how does this look in real life? So what does this look like practically? It's easy for me to say just set shorter deadlines. Well, an example of this is, say you've given yourself a week. You've given yourself a week to complete a project. Then what you should do is break this down into completing sections of it on a daily basis. So I've got sort of 7 sections here, and by ticking off each of the sections every day, you're shortening the deadline for that specific section. By the 7th day, you will complete the project. And that's what shortening deadlines looks like in real life. Another technique is prioritization. I hope I've spelled that correctly. Prioritization. To prioritize urgent tasks is essentially the idea. And what you intend to do, the outcome you intend to achieve by employing this technique, is to allocate appropriate time to the critical activities without letting them expand unnecessarily. This helps by obviously keeping to shorter deadlines and being a bit more tighter on your time management, but it also helps with number 3 of stress and burnout. If all of your activities are expanding unnecessarily, then you're more likely to be burnt out and be more stressed. And also by doing this, you are sort of putting in a control against over-analyzing. If you're prioritizing the urgent tasks, you know that, okay, maybe I shouldn't be over-analyzing this. This is a critical task. I know what I need to do, get this done. Whereas something else that actually needs a bit more analysis is less critical, or it could be critical but needs analysis. You can sort of budget that. A further one is, and it's a step up from prioritization, is time boxing. And I've made a video on time boxing, so please go and watch that video. I'm not going to explain it here, but this is a step up from prioritization. So have a look at that video. The link is in the description below, and it will flash up on screen at the end of this video. Another one is consciously limit time. So consciously limiting the time. Now, again, how does that look like in practicality in real life? Well, let's say you usually allot 2 hours. So 1 hour, 2 hours, and that's 0. You usually allot 2 hours to write a report. So rather than do that, because you know you do that, you allot yourself 2 hours, rather than do that, consciously try and finish the report sort of here. Let's say an hour and a half, or an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. And so where you give yourself more time, or where you would normally give yourself more time, consciously give yourself shorter time, a shorter frame of time to complete the task. And finally, and I think quite important but a little bit underrated, I'll put it here, number 5. So I've run out of room at the bottom, I think there, is very simply take time to reflect and review. So on a periodic basis, do this reflection exercise. So let's say on a weekly basis, review progress, or review your progress of the past week, and see where you lost time or where you are losing time if you want to do it within the working week. And use this reflection period and review period to make necessary adjustments. So you find out where you're losing time, what tasks that you've sort of over budgeted for, or you felt that you could maybe do some less analysis, or you felt, oh, I was being lazy at the beginning of that project or something like that. Use this time to see where you are losing your time in those tasks, and then make necessary adjustments to stay on track. So you tweak your delivery, and hopefully that should help by saving you a lot more time. So ultimately, the key is to see or recognize Parkinson's law as a powerful force that can negatively affect your productivity if left unchecked. And then also to implement these strategies to optimize your time management, enhance your productivity, and get to better outcomes. Remember, time is a precious resource. Use it wisely. And on that note, that's all for this video and mental model. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please check out my other videos flashing on screen now. I'm sure you'll like them too. And I will see you in the next video with another mental model. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.